Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Peshawar Model Degree College online lecture room. Dear students, this is me, Miss Fatima Shakir, and today I am going to teach you another poem that is titled as Oft in the Stilly Night. Now you must be wondering what is the title about, so that's a surprise for you. But before that, coming to the poet, let's see who the poet is. The poet of this poem is Thomas Moore, and he is a versatile writer. What is versatile? Versatile means universal, a person who is known far and wide. So, he was an excellent composer of songs because usually his poems are written in the form of songs as well, and he is best known for his few Irish lyrics as well. Coming to the title, Oft in the Stilly Night. Now, dear students, you must have heard the word often, right? So, often means, you already know what often means. Sometimes, a thing that happens sometimes. Stilly means quiet, and night, you already know what night is about. So, the title is telling you that sometimes when it is quiet night, something happens. What happens? Let's see. Now this is a word that is to be pronounced as a. It's not or airy or something else, okay? It is to be pronounced as a. A slumber's chain has bound me. A means before. Slumbers mean sleep. He is saying, and chain mean, you know what is a chain? What a chain does? It connects, He is saying that sometimes when it is a quiet night, so when the chains of sleep are coming to take my soul to another world in order to, in short, he means to say when I'm about to fall asleep. So before that, fond memory brings the light. There is something that brings something in front of me. And what are those? Those are the good memories that took place years before. And then he says, of other days around me, the smiles, the tears of childhood years, the words of love then spoken, the eyes that shone, now dimmed and gone. And he is trying to tell this thing that it was a time when he used to have shine in his eyes. The reason was he was really happy from within. There was purity in his eyes, in his heart. But now nothing remains. So let's come to the explanation of this poem. But before that, my dear students, remember that the last three lines of first stanza and the last three lines of second stanza, they are both similar. And they are really the strongest lines because they convey a strongest message, okay? Okay, so A is an old-fashioned word which means before. So the speaker is referring to those moments before he is bound by slumber chains, such as before he falls asleep. As I told you, he is saying that when it is night time, so my mind, it's just mixed with memories. I remember the good times that I had in my life. And even I remember the laughter. I remember even the tears as well. I remember every moment that used to take place in my life. Then he says that most of the time in quiet night, before I go to unconsciousness, so those memories, they used to bring smile on my face. And you might have noticed this thing as well. Whenever something good has happened to you, something that you loved, that it should have happened and it had happened, and what happens that you remember that, so automatically it brings smile on your face. And if someone's asked, if someone is passing by or someone observes it, they say, what's happening? And you're like, nothing. So he's saying that I come into that stage that I just smile. And I remember that, wow, I used to experience every moment wholeheartedly. Then he says, not only that, even there were some memories which had brought tears as well, when I was in that stage. And now there is a time that at that moment you feel like crying and you feel emotionally, you could say heartbroken and everything. And then when time passed by, so you are like, I was crying for this thing and all that. So he's saying that my memories and my emotions are just mixed whenever I sleep. Then he says that it was a time when my friends were around me and I was loved and cared by everyone. That was a precious time. Because, dear students, it is true that when you are given true love and then when you are taken care of, so you feel like, the king or queen of your kingdom. So he says that I used to enjoy this feeling a lot. And he says that I used to smile, but now I also smile. I smile, but the smile is a different one. It has turned to be a dim one. My eyes, it is as it is said that there are some people when they smile, so their eyes also participate in that. Their facial features, they also are involved, and that gives such a beautiful look. So he's saying now, although I smile, but the smile isn't that smile. Then he says that the cheerful hearts that I used to enjoy in my boyhood time, that has broken now. Now I feel abandoned. I feel lonely. The reason is because now I am just left with my memories, and those memories are just making me gloomy. They bring tears into my eyes and they make me sad. So that's why he says that I feel upset with this thing. Now, he then goes on to reflect to the fact that many of his dear friends have passed away. Now, dear students, this is the main important point. Why? Because this is a point where he discusses about the death of his friends. He mentions that his friends are no more, and that's why he is just left alone. And he says, he gives an example of a banquet hall. What is a banquet hall? A banquet hall is a hall where which is you could say for the purpose of arranging parties and all that. So he's saying it seems to me as if there are no lights. I am left alone in that banquet hall. So he's saying I come up with this feeling that this world for me, it's just like a banquet hall. Although people used to come and they enjoy in the banquet hall and then they leave. So he's saying my friends have come, they have enjoyed their life, they have enjoyed every bit of their life, and now they are no more. Now they are inside the grave. Now it's just me who is left all alone. So he says that darkness is everywhere. I just find darkness, and this is something that is really heartbreaking for him. Okay, so the next day he says that I remember that whenever my friends were really they were linked with me, and now they are no more. The reason is I just find it as if I find myself just like in winter. And it happens in winter, the trees are no more evergreen, and they are no more, you could say, giving you leaves or plants or whatsoever. They are not that sort of fresh. So he's saying, I am just like that. From within, I am not having any, you could say, positive feeling in me. So he feels very deserted, and he is missing his friends, his companions. So that's why he is saying that they had just gone and they have left me all alone, due to which I find darkness everywhere. So he has compared his life to this scene, right? Okay, so this was all about this poem. It was a simple one, and it was just with the feeling of one thing that he wants to share this opinion with us, that friends are really important. And although you fight with them, you enjoy, or whatsoever, in whatsoever situation you are, but you are in such a position that you need them in your life. And here also he wants to mention this thing, that a person living alone, he can come up with different feelings. Negativity is, you could say, you can observe negativity in that person. So he is really feeling upset, and he is missing the beautiful time of his adulthood, of his boyhood, and of his childhood as well. Okay, so dear students, you are given an assignment, and the assignment is that you are supposed to write, why does the poet feel like he is left all alone in a deserted hall? Now it's up to you to write the critical appreciation in the best manner, right? So that was it. Thank you so much.